can meet now and spontaneously start a meeting. I can promote a chat or a group chat to a meeting. I also have recurring meetings, things that happen every week, as Deandra mentioned. So I'll open up this design sync here, and this tab experience at the top gives you an idea of what we're talking about here. So there's an ongoing chat that might be associated with this meeting and with this work stream that we're constantly going back to. I have the files that we're working on together with this, with this meeting or with this initiative. So if I want to share files before the meeting to make sure everybody has access or everybody's reviewed one of my documents, this is where I would share it. Everybody now has access, even if we're not in a team together and we're just working together on one-off project. I, of course, have the details of the meeting and who's here. I can use my scheduling assistant just as I can in Outlook. I also have my meeting notes, and this is really important for these types of recurring ongoing meetings. We now don't have to delegate that task of taking notes and distributing them before, during, and after the meeting to one person. Everybody can contribute to our meeting notes experience, and we can have a running list of what's been going on. I also can access a whiteboard, maybe that we have been collaborating on together, and I'll get into that in a moment. The lighting is so bad. Okay. So I typically work remote from my core team, and as Deandra mentioned, that's becoming an increasingly popular way for organizations to include remote workers. So I always turn on my video so everyone can see me. You can't really see anything behind me right now, but sometimes I'm working from a hotel room or my kitchen, and I don't necessarily want to show that, and I don't think it comes off as the most professional. So you might be familiar with background blur, which uses AI to recognize who is the subject of the meeting and blurs out everything behind them. I now also have the ability to add custom backgrounds, right? So I'm not on a stage anymore. I'm in my face looks so white. I'm now in my beautiful, fancy office. And when the lighting is a little bit better on me, it really does look real. I swear to you, oh, thank you. People have asked me before, wow, what a beautiful office space that you work out of. What building is that? I'm like, oh, it's just my gorgeous home office, or sometimes I can go work from the beach if I want to. But it allows people to feel more comfortable joining meetings, and that's the key piece here. It's so important to be able to connect with your coworkers face to face and look them in the eye, whether it's virtually or not. It helps you be more productive in meetings and helps you actually have productive conversations. I'm going to join my meeting. So another feature, and Deandra mentioned it really quickly, that we've announced recently was the ability to add live captions to your meetings. I'm going to try to demo this for you right now. This is a risk, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to turn on my live captions. Testing, our live captions working. We'll see. It's really fun presenting here to everybody today. It's a great audience. Thank you so much for having me. Okay, that worked pretty well. So right now we have, this is in preview in English. We'll have other languages coming soon, but whether you're hard of hearing, maybe English isn't your first language, or if you're in a noisy environment and want to follow along more easily in your meetings, you can turn on closed captions. So just as it makes following along in a movie a little bit easier, you can do the same here. I also have the ability, of course, to share my desktop or different applications with my team. And working remotely doesn't mean that we can't collaborate with each other. We've recently announced that Microsoft Whiteboard is now available in Microsoft Teams. So, all right, we're on some bad Wi-Fi here. But our team, for example, has been working on this whiteboard. So since this is a recurring meeting, my ongoing whiteboard has popped up for me. Nobody else is in this meeting right now, but we can in real time collaborate and actually work on this whiteboard together and pick up right where we left off. Okay. quick recap of what I just talked about. Background blur is generally available already. Custom backgrounds are coming soon. We've talked about the integrated whiteboard experience, the fact that you have that collaborative experience with your chats and files and notes, as well as coming soon the ability for live captions and multi-window, so I'll be able to pop out that meeting experience and do other things on the side. Now I'm going to give a quick preview of another session that we have running later today by our wonderful product marketing manager, Pete. Is the experience of Power Platform within Teams. So some of you might be familiar with the concept of, I'll leave this meeting, of the Power Platform, and what I am really referring to is the point that Deandra made about streamlining your business processes. There are often repeatable business processes and things that all of us have to do every day that could be automated and could be made a lot easier and make collecting the information that we need to collect easier. So I'll go ahead and show you a quick example, and this is just a taste of what you'll be getting in the session later today. So let's say I am a part of an organization and we create drones or whatever. A big part of my day-to-day is processing customer returns. So my organization has actually built a custom Power application. Okay, there we go. A custom Power application that they've pinned for me right here in my channel. I can also pin these applications here on my left-hand rail, and you can automate that as an IT admin. And I can process my returns directly from here. So if I were to be returning this drone, I can upload a picture of it. AI is incorporated here, so hopefully it'll identify what this is in the picture, and that I'm not just uploading a picture of my cat. I can add in my notes here, give it a rating, and I would submit that for my manager's approval. I would say, I think we should return this and refund the customer, $10,000. Those requests need to be approved by our management. And you can see here an example of a bunch of those automated approvals that have actually come through. So switching views here, maybe I'm the manager, I see these approvals come through from my team, I get about 10 or 15 a day, and I need to look into those details and approve or deny those requests right from here. Now, a lot of these returns happen in a given day. Maybe this is returns, maybe this is expense reports, maybe this is sales. We also need to collect that information and be able to work with it and understand what went on. So you might be familiar with the concept of Power BI and being able to visualize all of the different data that we're collecting. Now with these actual interactive cards, Pete had shared with me a card here that refers to a Power BI dashboard, and he can add some of his own comments, and we can actually interact with that Power BI dashboard right from here. I also have that Power BI dashboard pinned right here in the channel, so as every single time somebody submits one of those returns, the manager approves it, the order gets processed, that data is added to my Power BI dashboard here, and I can consume that information and digest it and make decisions accordingly.
Now, we mentioned earlier how Teams is here to connect everyone. And one of those industries that we called out was first-line workers. This is an industry that Microsoft is working super diligently to expand. Why, you may be asking? Because we understand that first-line workers are the backbones of many companies. Not only are they often the first line of folks that are often interacting with the customer, but also they represent the brand. An example of a first-line worker could be a role such as a hotel receptionist, a sales associate, or perhaps a waiter. Now, the things with a lot of these roles is that the